Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm here to give you guys my WWE RAW live reactions now for February 5th, 2018. I'm just going to get right into it. This is basically a continuation of my every episode of RAW live reactions. So there you go. Before I get into the actual show itself, I'm going to react to some WWE.com exclusives because I don't really know what was announced for this show ahead of time. So I'm just going to click on those real quick, and then I'll start actually reviewing the show. So the first one is called just want to make sure that that's actually the first one. The first one is called 5 Things You Need to Know Before Tonight's Raw, February 5th, 2018. Let me just click on it real quick. Okay, I gotta mute this advertisement first, so that way I don't get copyright struck. Oh, I can skip the ad. I didn't realize that. And right now it's showing the match last week when John Cena defeated Finn Balor to qualify for the Elimination Chamber match, the men's one. This is being hosted by Kathy Kelly.
And I've got everything you need to know before tonight's Monday Night Raw. John Cena, Elias, and Braun Strowman have all.
So right now she's they're breaking down who was qualified so far for the men's Elimination Chamber match. So far, it's Braun Strowman, who defeated Kane in the Last Man Standing match to qualify, Elias, who defeated Woken Matt Hardy, and John Cena, who defeated Finn Balor, like I said. And whoever, this is a chance to compete for the WWE Universal Championship against Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. So there you go. So yeah, I'm like pretty excited about that Chamber match, I guess, but I'm really not looking forward to seeing the Chamber anymore just because I don't really like the new Chamber. So there you go. Unless if we get the old Chamber, but it doesn't seem like we are, so whatever.
All secured their spot in the Elimination Chamber to decide the Universal Champion Brock Lesnar's WrestleMania opponent. Now tonight we will see Roman Reigns versus Bray Wyatt battle one.
And also on this show, we're going to see another Elimination Chamber qualifying match, Roman Reigns versus Bray Wyatt. So I think it's pretty much set in stone who's going to win that match. So
one-on-one for the opportunity to join those men inside the Elimination Chamber. So which superstar will punch their ticket? Alexa Bliss is set to defend the Raw Whip.
Now they're also asking who was going to be competed in the first ever women's Elimination Chamber match. We know one superstar. We know one woman will. It will be WWE RAW Women's Champion Alexa Bliss, since she's defending the title in there. So yeah.
Women's Championship inside the first ever Women's Elimination Chamber match. So who will join Little Miss Bliss in this groundbreaking matchup on February 25th? Thanks to an assist by The Miz Taraj, The Miz is still.
We're also breaking down that The Miz defeated Roman Reigns to retain his Intercontinental Championship.
Still the Intercontinental Champion after defeating Roman Reigns last week. So who will be the next superstar to step up to be must-see champion on the road to WrestleMania? With Cesaro and Sheamus defeating.
Now the question whether or not, the Ball can enter WrestleMania with the Raw Tag Team Championships. They're breaking down how they successfully defended their championships against Apollo Crews and Titus O'Neil on the previous episode of Monday Night Raw.
Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan to reclaim those Raw Tag Team Championships at Royal Rumble, then going on to retain them the next night on Raw against Titus Worldwide. Will the Bar head into WrestleMania as the Raw Tag Team Champions? The Revival are on a roll as of.
And they're talking about how the Revival on a hot streak. I hope so. We'll have to wait and see on that one, but I hope so.
With back-to-back victories over Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson and Rhino and Heath Slater. So who will feel the wrath?
They don't have back-to-back victories over Gallows and
Don't miss
Anderson.
Monday Night Raw when it comes to you live tonight at 8/7 Central on the USA Network.
So yeah, that was stuff to know about Raw. Pretty excited stuff, Roman Reigns versus Bray Wyatt, I think, will be a good match. So there you go. There's just one more thing announced. I just have to get to it. Hold on. I just got to scroll down and find it. Okay. So this one is called Two Huge Matches Confirmed for Tonight. I just gotta mute that advertisement real quick. This is from this was uploaded on February 5th, 2018.
What's up, WWE?
And we see that this is being hosted by Mike Rome. So yeah.
Universe, Mike Rome here in the beautifully sunny Des Moines, Iowa. It's about 75 degrees outside right now. We're having a wonderful time out here. I mean, it's snowing. It's not 75 degrees. It's pretty cold here, and I know what you're asking yourself, Rome. How do you get yourself in these situations? Let me tell you, I ask myself that every day, but it is not about that right now. It is about Monday Night Raw tonight and what we know so far with Elimination Chamber right around the corner. Tonight, Roman Reigns will face off against Bray Wyatt for a chance to advance to the Chamber match. And not only that, tonight you're going to see a triple threat match. Braun Strowman, John Cena, and Elias. They will all be battling for the chance to be the last one to enter the Chamber match. But that's not all. Tonight, we're going to see a rematch for the Raw Tag Team Championships. Seth Rollins, Jason Jordan facing off against the Bar. That is going down tonight. Make sure you guys tune in to Monday Night Raw, 8/7 Central on the USA Network. I'm going inside.
Poor Mike Rome. He always gets like in the worst. He always gets in the worst situations. He always got to do the thin out in the snow. But yeah, so got some pretty exciting matchups right there. Like I said, the Elimination Chamber qualifying match between Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt. You also have, a triple threat match between Braun Strowman, Elias, and John Cena. I guess that would be pretty exciting. I don't really know how that match is really going to be. And then you have the Raw Tag Team Championship match, the Bar defending against Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan. That should be pretty exciting. Don't really know what Jason Jordan's health status is because I hear he has a neck injury, so I don't even know if he's going to be competed in that match, but we'll find out. So let's start watching Monday Night Raw. Oops, got to show that. WWE then, now, and forever thing. Why don't you just say, like, it was the same? I get it's the same company, but it's not. Wasn't always WWE.
The road to WrestleMania continues with more qualifying matches for the
so yeah, like we're just going right into it. So like we said, we have an Elimination Chamber qualifying match: Roman Reigns versus Bray Wyatt.
Looking to qualify for the Elimination Chamber when they clash in minutes 5 on Raw.
Up there's Bray Wyatt.
The Elimination Chamber is upon us. The home to my greatest victory. Last year, I won WWE Championship. Standing in the way of repeating my destiny. My nemesis, Roman Reigns. This once great warrior has fallen so far down the spiral that the world no longer recognizes him. But I do. He lost the Royal Rumble match. He lost the Intercontinental Championship, but yet he still feigns this confidence and bravado. But I see right. I see Roman Reigns for what he truly is. A failure, waiting patiently to be put out of his misery. And I am happy to oblige. Tonight, my old friend finds out that waiting for him at the bottom of that spiral is something far worse than failure. Me.
So, Bray, you think I'm a failure waiting patiently to be put out of my misery? Let me tell you what a failure is. A failure is someone who can't deal with adversity. A failure is someone who gets knocked down and stays down. You see me? I've had my fair share of ups and downs. But that's not a sign of failure, man. That's the mark of a great journey. And my journey to WrestleMania starts tonight and goes through the Elimination Chamber and then smashes into Suplex City at WrestleMania. Because you can't stop me. The Elimination Chamber can't stop me. And Brock Lesnar can't stop me from becoming the next Universal Champion.
Yeah, so let's get right into the
And the Fireflies
this match. I kind of like how they did promos saying why they wanted to win the match. I think that's pretty cool. So, now why not kick off with this match? We know this match is happening for about a week now, so I'm okay with it.
Already, ladies and gentlemen, Elias, John Cena, and Braun Strowman have qualified. There are 3 spots in the
You know, obviously these guys have had history before, so someone's gonna delete like glow in the dark letters. So, but you know, obviously, you know, you have Bray Wyatt and Roman Reigns who faced off numerous times, all going back first to when it was the Wyatt family versus the Shield at Elimination Chamber in 2014, and they had like a trilogy of matches pretty much. And then you had Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt go at it a little bit. Since then, they got into a full-fledged feud in 2015 when Bray Wyatt screwed Roman Reigns out of winning the Money in the Bank contract. Then you know, they went on to have the match at Battleground, where Bray Wyatt ended up winning due to interference from Luke Harper. Then they ended up having the tag match at SummerSlam, where it was Reigns and Ambrose versus Wyatt and Harper, where Reigns and Ambrose pulled out a win. Then we had the introduction of Braun Strowman, and they picked a tag team partner to go up against them at Night of Champions. They ended up picking, there you can hear the boos. They ended up picking Chris Jericho, and, you know, the Wyatt family walked out victorious. And then they finally ended the feud once and for all at Hell in a Cell match where Roman Reigns defeated Bray Wyatt. So, overall, they had a pretty decent feud in 2015. So, but yeah, I do kind of like how Bray Wyatt's cutting a promo talking about Roman Reigns is how Roman Reigns is you know, a failure when Bray Wyatt really hasn't won any feuds or anything like that. So, but before I continue, we have the commentary team of Jonathan Coachman, Michael Cole, and Corey Graves.
Inside the ring right now, there is just as much possibility for destruction as any pair of superstars in WWE. And I want to ask you guys what Bray Wyatt said about Roman Reigns. He called him, quote, a failure, patiently waiting to be put out of his misery. Do you guys buy into what Bray Wyatt's saying?
Well, for Bray Wyatt, that's exactly how he has to look at this situation. And you look at the last few weeks for Roman Reigns. What has happened, guys? The Miz has got him twice. So how do you think Roman Reigns in his mind is focusing?
But yeah, I think it's going to be a really good match. No, as for I'm picking a win, it's clearly going to be Roman Reigns. I still have that belief that they still want to do Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar for the WWE Universal Championship. I don't know why the WWE wants to do that match. It's like Vince McMahon's not going to quit on that match. I think that's going to be the main event of WrestleMania. So the only chance is, but you know, there is somewhat of a chance that could happen if, you know, Bray Wyatt, you know, if they smarten up and either just have Bray Wyatt win this match and then prevent any chance from Roman Reigns advancing, or, you know, you still have Reigns advance anyways, and they wise up and have Braun Strowman win the Elimination Chamber match.
These superstars so familiar with one another. The old saying goes, familiarity breeds contempt. There is no shortage of contempt between Bray Wyatt and Roman Reigns. Now, Bray Wyatt mentioned Roman Reigns' failure in the Royal Rumble match last week. There's the shoulder tackle. Reigns, however, did eliminate 4 men in that match, including his buddy Seth Rollins.
You talk about motivation.
I mean, Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt have had really good matches against each other. They even had some matches last year after Bray Wyatt transferred over, was drafted over from SmackDown to Raw. But yeah, Bray Wyatt, though, has done something that Roman Reigns has never done. He's won a Elimination Chamber match himself. He won the first ever Chamber match in the new Chamber, too, so he's got experience there of being in a fun house. So, you know, he defeated some top guys to win that match. He defeated the likes of The Miz, Baron Corbin. Yeah, he defeated The Miz, Baron Corbin, Dean Ambrose, AJ Styles, and John Cena. So there you go. Those are some pretty, you know, you have Dean Ambrose, former WWE champion, former two-time Intercontinental champion, former U.S. champion, former two-time tag team champion. It's pretty impressive to beat somebody like that. The Miz, former WWE champion, former Intercontinental champion, former oh, look, Woken Matt.
Mentioned him earlier, a rivalry with Bray Wyatt.
And look, I like how he's not watching the match. He still can't watch the TV, right? But he gets a pass because it's Woken Matt Hardy. But I like how he's not watching the match just backstage, just like in his own little lair.
Corey, that's been the focus for Bray the last several weeks, not Roman Reigns. So focused tonight, right now, on this man in the ring who he has.
You can totally see the difference, by the way, too, with Jonathan Coachman on commentary versus Booker T.
Because 6 men will qualify, and the winner of the chamber match, remember, punches a ticket to WrestleMania to face Brock Lesnar for the championships. Bray Wyatt is riding Roman Reigns right now, using all of his body weight to grind the big dog down.
But yeah, Bray Wyatt, I don't even really know what he's talking about. I gotta rant about this a little bit. You have Bray Wyatt. I don't know if I still have it, but my friend recently posted his win and loss records.
Back into it. Reversal by Wyatt. Oh, big clothesline. Down goes Wyatt.
See if I have it on
starting to rock, and Bray Wyatt doing the very wise thing, rolling to the outside. What's Roman Reigns thinking here with Wyatt outside the ring? Reigns leaving the ring as well. They need to figure a way to slow down the onslaught of the big dog. Reigns went for the clothesline, and he ran into a clothesline by Wyatt. Bray is taking over. Which one of these men is going to advance to Elimination Chamber?
Oh, into the steps.
We're back live on Monday Night Raw. Bray Wyatt's in control of Roman Reigns in this Elimination Chamber qualifying match. One of these men.
Bray Wyatt's still in control. I'm just trying to find that win-loss record, Sam.
To fill 4 of the 6 spots in the chamber. This is what happened during the commercial break. Bray Wyatt was all over Roman Reigns. A relentless beatdown to the big dog.
I can't afford to take even a second of the relentless pressure if you want to be victorious in a match so high profile to kick off Monday Night.
You have to win this match tonight because the winner of the chamber faces Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship at WrestleMania. This is the first step for one of these 2 men. So high stake pressure here tonight on Monday Night Raw. Matt Hardy, longtime rival of Bray Wyatt.
Oh, Woken Matt's still watching. So yeah, Bray Wyatt's win-loss record since 2014. You have in 2014 his match. He had 178 matches. He won 49 of them, which is 27.5% of them. But he lost 129 of them, which is 72.5% of them. And he lost some pretty significant matches in 2014 to, you know, John Cena at WrestleMania and Payback, to Chris Jericho at Battleground, Big Show on an episode of Raw, and I think he lost a match to Dean Ambrose at some points. So not good. Then you have in 2015, he had 163 matches. He won 28 of them. He lost, which is 17.2%. And he lost 133 of them, which was 81.6%. And those were some pretty significant losses. He lost to the likes of The Undertaker at WrestleMania, the Royal Rumble match,
at this incredible impact.
He lost to Roman Reigns a lot, Dean Ambrose a lot.
The term unorthodox comes to mind because Bray Wyatt
He lost to the Brothers of Destruction, so he had some pretty significant losses in 2015. Trying to think if he's lost to anybody else in 2015. 2016, he had 133 matches. He won 24 of them, which is 18.0%. Lost 107 of them, which is 80.5%. The losses include guys to Kane, Big Show, Ryback. Other losses include
Roman Reigns up top trying to block a superplex attempt here by Bray Wyatt. Reigns.
He lost to somebody else. Can't really think of anyone else he lost to in 2015. But he lost a lot of matches in 2015. Dean Ambrose, I think, at one point. Brock Lesnar. 2017, he had 133 matches as well. He won 37 of them, which is 20.8%, and he lost 95 of them, which is 71.4%, which includes losses to guys like Randy Orton, Roman Reigns, Finn Balor, and I think he lost to Seth Rollins at one point, and Samoa Joe. And then in 2018, this year, he's already had 13 matches. He's had 2 wins. He's won, which is 15.4%, and he lost 11 of them, which is 84.6%. So I'm just saying, Bray Wyatt really hasn't had a very successful WWE run.
Delivered to Bray Wyatt off that sit-out powerbomb, but can Roman capitalize?
This match has been pretty good, by the way.
You can see how both men, guys, have dug deep, because they understand what's on the line.
Look at this amazing powerbomb from Reigns, driving Wyatt down, but Bray still has a little bit of fight left in him.
Reigns, the first one back to his feet, Cole.
And Roman Reigns
Here comes his comeback.
On putting Bray Wyatt locked and loaded is Reigns. Went for the Superman punch. Bray caught out.
Oh, nice Uranagi. Oh, and a senton. I mean, Wyatt can put on some good matches, and he has a great character and stuff. It's just that it's booked to shit. Let's not even speak of Sister Abigail.
Let's apropos was a Superman punch. These two, let's be compared to Superman and any of his villainous rivals over the years. I mean, this is a rivalry that won't end.
And he's not frustrated. That look on his face was one of, I'm enjoying every single second of this.
We do hear some "Let's Go Reigns" chants in the crowd. I don't know if it's pumped in crowd noise, but I don't think it is because it's you can't like do an actual pumping.
Roman, though, counter roll up. Almost had him. Boom! Punch. To qualify for the chamber and a kick out by Wyatt.
I am telling you, these two are like Lex Luthor and Superman, Batman and the Joker. An endless rivalry, and they will fight until they cannot fight anymore.
Not sure if the stakes have ever been higher than they are tonight for Reigns and Wyatt in their long-standing rivalry. You guys talk about the familiarity of these two men, how long their history has gone back. It's about finding something different in the game plan at this point.
You would imagine right now that the beast incarnate Brock Lesnar has eyes on the screen right now, watching his potential opponents for WrestleMania.
Hey, Lesnar knows what it's like to be in the main event at WrestleMania against Roman Reigns. And Reigns wants to get back there.
He's not going to hit the spear.
Reigns measuring Wyatt. Bray slowly to his feet. Reigns in the zone.
Nope.
Spear. Wyatt caught him with a boot.
Sister Abigail. I do like that they kicked off right with the match, too. Just get right into it. You know, they don't have a kickoff with the match. They usually just kick off with a promo segment. So this was something different.
The frustration may be sinking.
It's a good match, too.
Bray Wyatt, in disbelief, looking back at Reigns, saying to himself, what do I need to do to put this man away?
Listen, I wouldn't call that disbelief, but I don't know what to call it. Wyatt just, something's going on in his mind right now. We can only imagine it's as sadistic and maniacal as Bray Wyatt can possibly be.
Like a,
And I echo the
I hear like some
WWE
"This is awesome"
Universe.
chants, but it's kind of like a pity "This is
match to
awesome."
kick off Monday Night Raw tonight.
How about the look on his face right there? He said, "You got me. You got me."
Oh,
And then
look
jumps
at
right
this.
back on top of him.
Just brutality, raining down elbows. Elbows in the forearms to the back of the neck of Reigns. Roman Reigns is still out after the effects of Sister Abigail. Thinking about another Sister Abigail. This will definitely end it all for Roman.
Another smooch.
But Reigns says, no way.
I like how
Coachman
called it another smooch. Great call.
Of Reigns. Back to a base. Smack! Reigns cover. Roman Reigns is in the chamber match.
That match was okay. That match was good. 3 stars. The only thing I don't understand about this finish is why didn't Woken Matt Hardy screw over Bray Wyatt? That didn't make any sense. I thought that would have been, because that would have been nice retaliation from Woken Matt, since Wyatt screwed him out of the chamber. But that kind of made Woken Matt Hardy look stupid. I think we should have had a Woken Matt Hardy appearance. So yeah, now Roman Reigns has joined the fray of along with Braun Strowman, Elias, and John Cena. So he's qualified for the Elimination Chamber. So
who will fill them? Take a look back at this incredible battle. Roman looking for the Superman punch with the familiarity factor. Bray Wyatt was ready for it. It almost ended things right here for the big dog.
Sometimes the journey, gentlemen, is as important as the destination.
And Sister Abigail here, Coach, did not put Reigns away.
Roman Reigns' journey through Bray Wyatt here tonight was as difficult as you could possibly get to get into the Elimination Chamber.
Bray declared Roman a failure that needed put out of his misery. Well, tonight, the big dog looked anything but.
well, there's Woken Matt.
Guys, hey, Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy's appeared in the ring. Bray Wyatt, I don't think has any idea that Hardy's behind it. I think he sensed Woken Matt Hardy twist the fight.
That's a pretty cool attack, I guess, but like, I wish he kind of did something creepy and spooky instead of just coming. What? Because this just seems like something that normal Matt Hardy would do. So.
This rivalry is just getting started and more bizarre each night.
It was Jason Jordan.
And honestly, with all these injuries piling up, your neck, your shoulder, you 100%. I got to know. We got a big rematch tonight. And as you know, Kurt said, win, lose, or draw, this is our last time facing the bar. And I can't have you going out there, getting hurt, tagging yourself out of the match, sitting on the steps like you did at the Royal Rumble.
So, let me assure you, I'm 100% ready to go. I've talked to my dad. I've been medically cleared by the doctors. I'm good to go. You don't have to worry about me, all right, buddy?
And this isn't about me. This isn't about you. This is about what we can do together. So let's go out there tonight and take back our tag team championships.
Well, the unlikely duo certainly looks unified, and they'd better be, because after...
Yeah, so still to come on the show, we have a Raw Tag Team Championship match. The Bar defended against Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan.
Championship rematch tonight. And one of these men will have a decided advantage as they enter the
All right,
match.
so this is going to be a triple threat match where the winner enters the WWE Elimination Chamber last. Braun Strowman versus John Cena versus Elias. So I like that the making this match seem really important.
Good brothers.
Ooh, Gallows and Anderson.
Balor Club.
Here comes Finn Balor.
The namesake of Balor Club. Finn Balor.
Scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Britain, County Wicklow, Ireland, Finn Balor.
Guys, what a match last week between Finn Balor and John Cena here on Monday Night Raw. Talk about Finn Balor wanting to be taken seriously as a main event player in WWE. That performance last week solidified his status in a lot of people's eyes. Even in coming up short, Finn Balor hung with arguably the greatest of all time.
There are no consolation prizes in this business. However, if you were to use a performance to leapfrog ahead, that's exactly, if I'm Finn Balor, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
You know, I still think WWE's dropping the ball on the Balor Club. I like the pun that Michael Cole just said. Ooh, who's Finn Balor wrestling?
His opponent, accompanied by
The Revival, Scott Dawson, Dash Wilder, definitely have.
I don't know who is wrestling because it cut it fast forward. It skipped that part. So
Them in the tag team division. These guys are tag team specialists. Single competition, however, tonight.
In case you haven't been paying attention since Dash and myself returned to Monday Night Raw, we are the Revival. And as the Revival, we are tag team specialists. So wherever Dash goes, I go. I'm his shadow, and the same here. So how about tonight we make this a tag team match?
Oh, that is a great idea. I like that. So, Finn, if you want to choose one of your little club buddies to be your tag partner, we will show you how it's done.
Who do you think he's going to pick?
all right, so now it looks like it's going to be the Revival versus Finn Balor and Kyle Anderson. I'm going to say Finn Balor and Kyle Anderson are going to win because I think Finn Balor needs to kind of get a big victory after that big loss against John Cena, the previous episode of Raw.
I said it before, and then the Revival.
But yeah, who's going to start the matchup off? Looks like it's going to be Carl Anderson and Dash.
Starting things off with Carl Anderson.
This is why I like this so much. They know who they are. They know what lane they need to drive down. They do that.
I think this makes sense for it to be a tag match. I was going to pick Finn Balor to win the singles match anyways because it really wouldn't have hurt the Revival to lose the singles match since they're not really singles wrestlers. So.
Gallows go way back to their time in Japan. I completely agree with you, and you can't teach that sort of chemistry that these three good brothers have built over the years and years. That said, it has been a long, long time since I've seen a tag team the caliber of Dash and Dawson.
Well, they're old school, Corey.
I mean, this isn't really a good sign for the Revival because they could still be used as enhancement talent. Like they were doing, like so it's still fishy.
Anderson and Gallows knocked off the Revival. The Revival got a victory back in the Royal Rumble kickoff show last week. Let's not forget it. Raw 25. Dash and Dawson were completely humiliated after the match with Anderson and Gallows. Yeah, by DX, Scott Hall, and Finn Balor as well.
Oh, probably not the smartest move.
Of course, the legend showing up at the 25th anniversary of Raw. Anderson off the leapfrog. Deep arm drag takedown of Dawson. Follows it up with an elbow.
I like the Revival. I really want to see them do really well in WWE. I'd like to see them hold the Raw Tag Team Championships at some point.
Anderson and Balor in control. Too sweet. And we're back live on Monday Night Raw. The Revival.
Oh wow!
In the ring, Dash Wilder's partner in control of Finn Balor and Carl.
I'm surprised Balor's the one taking the heat. I thought Anderson would have taken the heat, and they would have had Balor get the hot tag. That kind of shows that WWE doesn't see a lot in Finn Balor.
This is where they do what they do best.
And that's being physical. That's wearing their opponents down.
Corey, over the years, you have talked about Revival and comparing them to some of the great tag teams of all time. Definitely a great deal of old school influence. You hear comparisons to Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard, some of the greatest teams of all time. That said, the Revival are hungry.
The Revival, I think, have done great things as a tag team. You have them. They came together. They defeated teams like some in NXT as Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy. They did really well on the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classics. They knocked off. Let me look it up actually.
And being great over an extended period of time.
Yeah, but the Revival have to get to that point. Still early on in their career. Very successful time at NXT now. Trying to prove it here on Monday Night Raw. Dawson working on the left shoulder of Finn Balor and continues the pressure.
Yeah, so they were originally called the Mechanics. And they defeated the teams in the Dusty Rhodes Tag matches along with Elias and Tucker Knight, Elias Sampson, I should say, the Bod Villains, and they made it all the way to the semifinals. Oh, Anderson's got the hot tag on Dash against Balor and Samoa Joe, and they almost beat them. Then they won the NXT Tag Team Championships from the Bod Villains. They had some really good matches with Enzo and Cass, American Alpha. They lost them at NXT TakeOver Dallas. They regained them at NXT TakeOver the end. They had some great matches with hashtag DIY. Lost them at Toronto in the best match of 2016 of WWE. And then they had a great triple threat tag team match involving hashtag DIY and AOP. Well, I like that spot right there. And then they came up to the main roster and, defeat the New Day, but then their careers really weren't the same. They ended up losing, because of the injuries and stuff, and then they ended up getting beat up by the Legends. Yeah, the match is over.
What a drop kick, almost through the turnbuckles. Oh, no, Dawson not where he wants to be right now. Balor with a big smile on his face. He knows what's coming. To Scott Dawson. The cover. Balor Club with the win.
I'm all right with this because they need Balor to get a win, so this isn't looking good for the Revival. I don't know if it really means the Barry because it is Finn Balor, so I'm still going to kind of wait and see what happens. I'll give that match. I thought that match was decent. I'll give it 2.25 stars.
Finn Balor able to topple one of the best tag teams in WWE. Take a look at this kick. Just about blasted the beard off Dash Wilder's face. And Balor would come in and seal the deal like he was shot out of a cannon. Drop kick right through Dawson's heart. And there's the coup de grace. A big-time victory for Balor Club.
Yeah, we talked about that confidence that Finn Balor has received the last couple of weeks, and you saw it on display right there. Gentlemen, we found out last week that for the first time ever at the Elimination Chamber, we'll have a women's Elimination Chamber match.
Ooh. So now also to come tonight, Kurt Angle's going to reveal the competitors in the first ever women's Elimination Chamber match. That'll be in it. We know Alexa Bliss is one of them, so that'll be interesting.
It's that historic match, and I cannot wait to find out who fills in those questions.
In a match presented by Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. No one.
And a match sponsored by Geico. Asuka's going to be taking on Bayley tonight. Rematches from NXT TakeOver Dallas and NXT TakeOver Brooklyn too. Well, at least Sasha Banks watching the iPad, right? So not really. She could just watch it right on her.
This is the 20th time you've watched this match. You're being way too hard on yourself.
Look, the moment I stop being hard on myself is the moment I stop being me. I came this close to defeating Asuka and ending her streak. Look, I need to remind people that I am still the boss around here. I know that I can beat Asuka. And now, I know how.
Well, I'm facing Asuka tonight, so do you have any tips that you can share?
Look, no offense, but I'm going to keep my tricks to myself. Okay.
Well, some offense taken, but I get it. The Elimination Chamber match is every woman for herself, just like the Royal Rumble match.
You're right. And I did what I had to do. Okay? You see, if Kurt Angle puts me in the chamber match, I intend to walk out as champion. And I'm going to go on to WrestleMania to end Asuka's undefeated streak.
That's funny. I was thinking the same thing.
What? Me defeating Asuka?
No. Me defeating Asuka.
You think that you can beat Asuka?
I know I can beat you. And if you're good enough to beat Asuka, so am I.
Ooh, I like this tension. I like it. It's showing the teases of the Sasha Banks heel turn. I like it. I hope that happens.
And tonight, Monday Night Raw is presented by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And in part by Carl's Jr. and Hardee's. The Carl's Jr. and Hardee's, they have packed all of the bold, juicy big burger flavor you love into their all-new Charles sliders, starting at just $1. And we are set for Cruiserweight Tag Team action on Monday.
All right, so we have a tag team match. Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali versus Tony Nese and Drew Gulak. Oh, and Drake Maverick's doing commentary for this match.
If you'd have told me as a young man growing up that I'd be sitting at this table with you on Monday Night Raw, I'd have thought you were crazy. But I'm here representing the Cruiserweights, and I am here.
I'm going to say that Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali is going to win this match.
205 Live. And we get a taste of it now with Tony Nese and Mustafa Ali.
So yeah, this isn't a good sign for the Cruiserweight division. This is because this kind of shows that they're not going to be utilized all that well on Raw. I mean, this is a
champion at WrestleMania.
Yes, sir. I mean, thinking back to the Cruiserweight Classic, coming out of the Cruiserweight Classic, everybody was talking about the Cruiserweight division in the WWE Universe. I want that feeling again. The athletes on the 205 Live roster want that feeling again. So I put together a 16-man tournament.
This isn't good for the Cruiserweights. This doesn't give you a good feeling. But yeah, Mustafa Ali starting off the matchup with Tony Nese. Ooh, the crowd doesn't care about this match at all. They're not making any noise.
Cedric Alexander.
I think you've done a great job so far in just a very, very short period of time. But give me any advice or any pointers. I have been a general manager before.
I'll sure to take that in mind, Coach. Thank you.
Just make sure you get a lot of lip balm.
But yeah, I think Drake Maverick is nailing his role as a 205 Live GM. So, you know, that's where Rockstar Spud was best, when he was the chief of staff for the Carters and TNA. It really worked well for him. So.
Tag made it. Here comes Drew Gulak. You mentioned 16 of the top cruiserweights in the world involved in this tournament. I know there's a lot of speculation that some of these men, here's the cover by Gulak kickout, may not come from the current 205 Live roster.
Well, everybody loves a surprise, don't they, Michael? And it wouldn't be a surprise if I revealed it now, but if you look at 205 Live every week,
you know, in the Cruiserweight Championship tournament, I should mention, so far the people who have advanced is Cedric Alexander advanced by defeating Grand Metalik, and you know, TJP advanced by defeating Tyler Bates.
The reaction to me, everyone's a bit standoffish. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that they just want the best for 205 Live, like we all do. I just want to provide the best for the WWE Universe, just like those guys do.
What an incredible landing for Cedric Alexander.
You know, you could see some of these guys possibly, potentially in the
like a pit bull just
vacant Cruiserweight Championship tournament in the very near future.
WWE Network every Tuesday night following SmackDown Live and Mixed Match Challenges. Alexander looks to make a tag as we take another look at Alexander and the nasty fall on his shoulder. Watch this, Corey. First the lariat from Gulak, and look at the trajectory. Oh my God.
He landed. Cedric Alexander landed pretty rough on his shoulder. That's rough. All right, Mustafa Ali's got the hot tag on Drew Gulak.
Some of the changes that could be on the horizon for 205 Live.
I want to make sure the 205 Live is delivering action. Excuse me, the way the WWE Universe expects it. Tomorrow, only on the WWE Network, for the Cruiserweight Tournament, we're going to have the Lucha House Party put on hold with Lince Dorado and Kalisto. We're going to face off in first round action. And Roderick Strong making his debut from NXT on 205 Live.
You mentioned Roderick Strong. I got to think he's got a tornado DDT cover, and it's Nice breaking things up. Roderick Strong's definitely got a good chance at shocking a lot of people. He's my dark horse in the tournament who's been announced so far. Drake, I've got to ask you, in your opinion of what you've seen thus far, who would be one of your favorites to win the tournament?
Well, I was going to say Cedric Alexander, but after that land on the...
Oh, my God! Alexander goes airborne!
That was cool.
See what I mean? But after that land on the shoulder, I'm not so sure.
Oh, no, it didn't look like it affected him that much after what we just saw. Ali, crossbody. Gulak rolls through into the cover. Back of the leg and a kick out by Mustafa Ali. Oh, clothesline. And Alexander make the tag, and I don't believe Gulak realizes now that Alexander's the legal man. Cedric Alexander. You can see Cedric still favoring his shoulder a little bit, but adrenaline's an amazing thing.
Lumbo check.
Cover. Alexander. And Ali with a
And they win. That was really a basic 2-star match. Really nothing standard. Yeah, but so... Yeah, this isn't a good sign for the Cruiserweights because, you know, they really weren't featured really all that much on Raw. They just really got basically a nothing segment. None of the guys even really got entrances, so it's pretty sad. So maybe the landscape of the Cruiserweight division when it comes to 205 Live was changed, but the way they're booked on Raw is probably going to be the same. This kind of doesn't really, you know. But I thought Drake Maverick did a very good job. So on the, you know, on 205 Live, which I'm going to be watching, we have the Cruiserweight Championship Tournament first round match. It's going to be Kalisto versus Lince Dorado. I'm decently excited about that match. You would think, by the way, I just want to say this, that instead of featuring these guys, you would feature the guys that are actually, you know, going to be in the tournament. That doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me, but whatever. Also, you're going to have another Cruiserweight Championship Tournament first round match. It's going to be Hideo Itami versus Roderick Strong. I'm actually really excited about that match. I think that's going to be very good.
From NXT, Roderick Strong with appearance at 205 Live against Hideo Itami. This will be as hard-hitting as they come. Tomorrow night, 205 Live on the WWE Network. And, of course, it is about the vacant Cruiserweight Championship. Drake Maverick, congratulations, and good luck on 205 Live.
Thank you, gentlemen. It's been a pleasure.
Still plenty more to come tonight on Monday Night Raw. From the Cruiserweight Championship to the Raw Women's title, Alexa Bliss will defend her championship inside the Elimination Chamber.
So we're going to find out who the competitors are going to be for the first ever Women's Elimination Chamber match. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to get a snack. I'm going to go on commercial break so that way you don't have to just watch the blank room. And I also have to take a piss. Okay, let's finish this. Continue. I got some snacks and stuff. I got a couple of cupcakes and a beer. Even though we didn't have a 5-star match, but you know, whatever.
Is in Des Moines, Iowa tonight. And WWE Universe, we invite you to enter online.
I like the new Raw theme song and all, but I don't know why they changed it. I like the other one better. I mean, I get why they changed it because it was they always change it after like a really big show. So
Jimmy Uso.
all right, let's find out who's going to be in the first ever Women's Elimination Chamber match. I'm pretty excited about this actually.
One of the all-time greats. How many gold
As long as it's the old chamber, anyways.
medalists have there ever been in WWE? One man, Kurt Angle. Exactly. He's our general manager. He's a WWE Hall of Famer and one of the greats of all time.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the general manager of Monday Night Raw, Kurt Angle.
His job has never been, gentlemen, more difficult than it is right now with the huge Elimination Chamber night coming up in Las Vegas. And then on the heels of that, you've got WrestleMania.
All right, so let's see who it's going to be.
Last Sunday, history was made with our first ever Women's Royal Rumble match. It was an incredible match, and I'm proud to say that Raw's own Asuka was the winner. And on February 25th, the Women's Evolution is about to make history again. Last Monday, the Raw Commissioner, Stephanie McMahon, made an announcement that Alexa Bliss will put the Raw Women's Championship on the line in the first ever Women's Elimination Chamber match. I finally got that out there. Now, what I'd like to do is I'd like to announce who's going to face Alexa at the Elimination Chamber match. First up, Women's Champion, former champion, Bayley.
Damn, Kurt Angle's fucking up all over the place. But Bayley.
And next is Mandy Rose.
I'm not really a fan of that one.
And the 6-time Women's Champion, Mickie James.
Okay, I'm like that.
And there's Sonya Deville.
No.
And last but not least, it's the boss, Sasha Banks.
The only ones I can see, we don't know, Alexa and Sasha. I think it's going to be Sasha.
Conspicuous by her absence is Nia Jax. But I'm excited to say that I have a match for her at the WWE Network's pay-per-view Elimination Chamber. It will be the Irresistible Force Nia Jax versus the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka. Hold on a second. Asuka is slated to face the champion at WrestleMania regardless. But if Nia Jax wins that match, she will be added to the match at WrestleMania. It will therefore be a triple threat match for the Raw Women's Championship at WrestleMania. Now,
Here is the Raw Women's Champion.
Alexa Bliss doesn't look happy about this.
Certainly not pleased
Looks
right
hot.
now. I'm sure we're going to find out exactly why.
I gotta go to part 2. But yeah, so the Women's Elimination Chamber match, I think, is going to be... I still think it will be a strong match. I think the highlights will be Mickie James, Sasha Banks, Alexa, and Bayley. Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose are the only ones I think that are going to be the lowlights. Maybe not Mandy Rose, but Sonya Deville definitely will be. That's kind of like a weird stipulation they added to the Nia Jax match, that if she wins
There's no precedent for this. The odds are almost astronomical that she would still be the champion through all of this.
Kurt, I'm sorry, but this needs to stop right now. You know, I tried being a good sport about it, but what you're doing is not only wrong, it's completely unjust. And I can't believe you had the nerve to mention the women's evolution with what you're trying to pull. And I believe that your poor decision is actually against company policy. In the WWE, the women's evolution means that the expectations of the men's and women's success are the same. That means they're equal, right? Right or wrong?
No, you're correct about that, yes.
Well, how come in the women's elimination chamber match the title is on the line? But in the men's elimination chamber match, that's not the case, is it? So you're telling me that your champion, Brock Lesnar, just gets to sit on the sideline, watch and see who wins? Why do I not get that exact privilege, Kurt? Kurt, is it because I'm just a woman?
First of all, Brock Lesnar successfully defended his title at the Royal Rumble. I don't know what you're trying to pull here.
I'm not trying to pull anything.
The last time you defended your title was at TLC in October.
And whose fault is that, Kurt? I don't make the matches, you do. I just don't understand why you're treating the men's champion differently than the women's champion. Do you value Brock Lesnar more than you value me? I think you're guilty of preferential treatment, and quite frankly, I think that's sexist.
It's actually a good segment.
It never occurred to me to compare you and Brock. Okay, my job as general manager is to put on the best matches I possibly can. I feel like you're trying to weasel your way out of this match, but I'll tell you what. I'm not going to make the decision. I'm going to ask the audience. I'm going to ask you a simple yes or no question. Do all of you want to see Alexa Bliss defend the Raw Women's Championship in the first ever Women's Elimination Chamber match?
Yeah, go ahead, chant yes like the brainless sheep you are. I am the Raw Women's Champion. I deserve respect.
I guess that's that.
I'm going to ask you again. Do you want to see that match?
Well, guys, the WWE Universe.
That segment was like pretty good, but it didn't really go anywhere. It was just kind of there. So I'll give it like a thumbs in the middle.
I agree with you wholeheartedly, Coach. I think Alexa's getting the short end of the stick here. Well, nonetheless, there will be a men's elimination chamber match as well in 3 weeks in Las Vegas. And later tonight, 3 men are going to battle for a huge opportunity to enter that match last. And I'll tell you why, that's such a huge opportunity in the history of the elimination chamber match. More than half of the winners entered from the number 5 or number 6 position. It's a huge advantage. And part of that triple threat match tonight to determine who enters last is this man, 16-time champion John Cena.
Oh, these promos. I hate these promos.
The road to WrestleMania is different for everyone. For some, it's one giant step. For others, it's a whole lot of steps. How does a WWE superstar pave their road to WrestleMania? You have to have a plan. Here is mine. First, qualify for the Elimination Chamber. Check. Next, give myself the best chance to win the Elimination Chamber by coming out last. How do I do that, you ask? Well, that's simple. Win my match tonight. So, all I really need to do is beat the ghost of evil Eddie Van Halen and the most unbeatable, unstoppable monster of all time in the WWE in a match with no rules tonight? Oh, it's easy. I got this.
And again, Cena, Elias, or Braun
Pretty typical Cena promo. But yeah, still to come tonight, we have the triple threat match where the winner enters the WWE Elimination Chamber match last. Braun Strowman versus John Cena versus Elias.
But unlike the ladies, we do not know all of the members of the men's Elimination Chamber match. Opportunity for these two young men.
And then we have another match tonight, Elimination Chamber qualifying match. The Miz versus Apollo Crews.
Well, the key word of the evening is opportunity, and Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan have one final chance as they challenge Sheamus.
Still to come tonight also, we have a Raw Tag Team Championship match. The Bar defending against Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan.
I'm ready for this one, Corey. This is going to be phenomenal.
Ooh, a nice video package for Asuka. Ooh, coming up next, we have Asuka versus Bayley. Coming up next.
Welcome back to Monday Night Raw. And ladies and gentlemen, February is Black History Month, and we here in WWE are so proud to celebrate the accomplishments of those who've paved the way toward equality through emotion, passion, and a belief in a better tomorrow.
All right, this is when the time of the month when WWE pretends to celebrate Black History Month, even though they never had a black WWE champion.
People challenging this notion of segregation.
At these different facilities and restaurants that we're not allowing people of color to dine.
Most of these people who are doing these sit-ins are 18 to 22 years old, college students.
They came and actually sat in at diners that they weren't allowed at to non-violently protest.
They had to be trained in non-violent resistance.
They absorbed unbelievable amounts of punishment and disrespect. Restraint is something that was paramount.
A day you have a sit-in where you have people being thrown over your counter, it's not going to be a lucrative day for business. It just speaks volumes for the community to be able to stand up to the discrimination. These were essentially kids fighting for their future rights, and I'm very grateful.
I'm glad they did it in a way without like actually paying tribute to athletes, but paying tribute to the cause, to, like people doing the cause, the people who helped black people get their freedom, get their free history. Yeah, okay. All right, we have the next match though, Asuka versus Bayley. I haven't seen these two wrestle since NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2 when Asuka successfully defended her NXT Women's Championship against Bayley. So Asuka's gonna win this match. She's undefeated. They're not gonna break the undefeated streak on Raw. So.
The following contest is the women's division match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Osaka, Japan. She's the winner of the first ever Women's Royal Rumble match, the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka.
This is gonna be a really good match. I don't know if it's gonna top the match at NXT TakeOver Dallas when Asuka defeated Bayley for the NXT Women's Championship, but I expect this to be a pretty damn good match. You could see this match at WrestleMania for the Raw Women's Championship.
If Nia Jax beats Asuka in that match, we'll have a triple threat match for one of the women's championships at WrestleMania.
I understand she's been successful. I understand she's been on a roll, but every single week it's getting more and more difficult because, guys, she's getting everybody's best shot.
On a roll. Coach, she hasn't lost in 2.5 years.
I don't like to throw superlatives often like you do. I don't like to exaggerate things.
Better be careful, Coach. Watch your tongue. You might be doing afternoon radio locally.
From San Jose, California, Bailey.
And here comes Bailey. And what an opportunity for this young lady tonight, the former Raw Women's Champion, with an opportunity to end the undefeated streak of Asuka. You know what I liked earlier?
We just see Bailey's not competing on main event on this. Well, we still could have happened, actually.
I can beat you, so that means I can beat Asuka. I like the confidence. And ladies and gentlemen, bring on the mayhem and an all-new free-to-play mobile game featuring over-the-top action and big signature moves. WWE Mayhem features your favorite WWE superstars and legends. Experience arcade-style action as you compete in story mode or head-to-head multiplayer events. Download WWE Mayhem now for free on the App Store and Google Play. I just want to know when the rest of the WWE Universe is going to know what I've been saying forever. Sasha Banks is a terrible friend, a bad human being. Bailey asked her BFF for some advice to face Asuka, and Banks wouldn't give her any.
Corey, I tried to educate you a week ago, my friend. When you're a star, you help nobody. You don't let anybody rise to your level. I would have been disappointed in Sasha if she would have allowed that to happen.
So this matchup between Asuka and Bailey is presented by Geico.
Right,
15 minutes can save you 15%
all right, let's get right into it.
on car insurance. You never played any team sports, did you, Coach?
It's not a team sport.
I was just asking.
Well, actually, it was the All-American, but not about me.
Bailey tweeted this out earlier today. Asuka once told me that I don't have what it takes. Tonight, I will not only prove her wrong, but I will end her streak as well. This for Bailey.
What the heck's going on? I can't even see the match.
Sitting in most sensational matchups in the history of NXT, and Bailey was never able to defeat Asuka on the NXT stage. It was Bailey that Asuka captured the NXT Women's Championship from. I'll remember that match for the rest of my life. It was an incredible encounter, and the ending shocked everybody. Everybody thought Bailey was infallible. And then the buzzsaw called Asuka came through and changed the game. That was at NXT TakeOver Dallas, WrestleMania weekend a couple of years ago. And Asuka, of course, held the NXT Championship for an incredible 523 days before she retired undefeated.
With all due respect to NXT and the rise of that particular group of superstars, it's not WrestleMania. It's not the Elimination Chamber. The lights are a little brighter on this stage.
And here's Bailey now in control of the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka. Smart strategy by Bailey, keeping Asuka in close quarters as much as possible, avoiding the striking ability of the Empress. But Asuka is just so well versed in so many different submission skills. And of course, Asuka won the first ever Women's Royal Rumble match last weekend. She entered at number 25, eliminated 3 superstars. Bailey was eliminated by her best friend, Sasha Banks. Look at this. You don't want to anger the Empress.
Ooh. Ooh, going right after we set up with some nice stiff shots.
Bailey was throwing some fire with that right hand. Oh, what a takedown by Asuka. Face lock on Bailey. Bailey, though. A headlock of her own. Bailey's definitely grown as a competitor since encountering Asuka. The entire women's evolution continues to roll on. Any given night, you're facing a new competitor. I mean, Bailey continues to adapt and get better and better.
Which is exactly my point about Asuka, is that now she's on the stage, and every single night she walks out there, it's a different, legitimate, big-time women's superstar.
Asuka just remorse loves to punish her opponents. A kick to the spine of Bailey. You can ask any woman.
I'm gonna get my card case now.
Asuka carries this air of invincibility. It's a mind game as much as it is physical. Oh! Down goes Asuka all the way to the floor. This is a big opportunity for Bailey. Yeah, Bailey in control. They can end the undefeated streak of the Empress of Tomorrow.
Still not a fan that they're giving away matches like this on Raw, though. They should be saved for pay-per-views.
What does Bailey have to do here? There's the right through the second. Caught though by Asuka.
Ooh, that was nice.
That might be what Bailey's got to do. High risk, unorthodox, unfamiliar offense. Now Bailey looking to get Asuka back in the ring here. She'd love a pinfall victory over Asuka here tonight. Oh my Lord. Now Asuka out on the apron, and Bailey sending Asuka's shoulder first to the barricade. Both women are down. Bailey versus Asuka live on Monday Night Raw. And we are back live on Monday Night Raw. Bailey in control of Asuka.
trying to end the undefeated streak of Asuka here tonight.
It's very impressive to this point. I gotta respect what Bayley brought to the match tonight.
And you know what, guys, we mentioned before, Asuka's got a lot on her mind tonight. She just found out she has to face Nia Jax in 3 weeks of the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view event.
And this is something that's completely different for her.
Oh, look at the power of Bayley. And now, the suplex to Asuka. Bayley's rolling for the win. 10 the streak. Hooks the leg, get a kick out of 2.
I've been very
There's
impressed
back
with
suplex.
the fact that Sasha gave Bayley nothing. Her game plan has been on point.
Take a look at this suplex.
Doing really well, actually, Bayley is.
Bayley, good cover here. And there's a cover again, and again, another kick out. Bayley focusing her attack on the lower back of Asuka. Not a bad strategy. You attack the core, you eliminate Asuka's ability to post for her kicks.
You know, Cole, you mentioned the Elimination Chamber and what's on Asuka's plate. I think that's one of the tough things about being at this time of the year is to focus on what's in front of you, but also understanding what is in front of you in the distance.
And here's Asuka now with a couple of shots to the side of the face of Bayley, and now Asuka starting to fire up. Corey, one of those physical women's superstars that we've ever seen in WWE.
Oh, nice boot to the ribs.
Absolutely, to this point, no one has been ready for Asuka.
Oh,
my God, Bayley's down.
nice knee to the face.
And another kick by Asuka.
Look, I love it when she does like the flexible kicks where she like holds her leg back and then kicks the opponent. Oh, nice hip attack.
Every part of Asuka's body is a weapon, and she used it all. Sliding knee, Bayley could be finished. Covered by Asuka, hooks the leg on Bayley, and Bayley fights through and kicks out at 2. We all know about the desire and the heart of Bayley. Bayley arguably the gutsiest competitor in the women's division. There's absolutely no quit in the huggable one, but sometimes that's not an option. Asuka will make you quit.
There's no doubt in my mind, guys, that Sasha is watching this match and taking a lot of notes.
Bayley got out of the way just in time. Asuka crashes hard.
Oh, nice knee though. Running knee.
Because you mentioned it, Cole, what's in Asuka's future in the Elimination Chamber? Nia, Asuka.
Bayley cover for the win. Huge upset here and a kick out at 2 by Asuka. Bayley understands what's at stake. Put her name in the record books for the win over Asuka here tonight.
Oh, what's the face?
Asuka lock. And Asuka with the Asuka lock locked in on Bayley. And Bayley uses the ropes to her advantage. Great opportunity for Bayley to take advantage of her surroundings. Bayley is fighting tonight. He's trying to match Asuka with physicality here, Corey. Not usually a wise decision, but it's
Oh my gosh.
Asuka with a knee right to the face.
I think they did that exact same spot at NXT TakeOver Dallas or Brooklyn. I forget which one.
We saw Sasha Banks take Asuka to the limit last week on Raw. An incredible match that had to motivate Bayley. You heard earlier tonight Bayley say, I know I can beat you, Sasha. I can beat Asuka as well.
Oh, they're friends, but there's also competition.
Again, he's going to hook the leg now on Bayley. Kick out at 2. Banks uses Bayley. Oh, Banks did eliminate Bayley from the Royal Rumble match where it was every woman for herself.
You can't be friends and still eliminate each other. I believe you can.
And now Asuka again with a kick to Bayley. And you don't want to be in this zone. And the crosshairs of Asuka got caught. Bayley down.
Roll up.
Jackknife cover. Is it enough? Owen. Asuka at 2. Uh-oh. Bayley to Bayley.
Oh, Bayley.
No.
No.
Asuka, though, trying to wrestle Bayley to the mat, looking for the arm bar. If it's locked in, it's over. Asuka can't lock her fingers. Bayley trying to make it to the ropes to force the break here.
Oh, roll up.
Shoulders are down. Almost down her at 2.5.
Is that not a 3?
That was so close. Right into the arm bar. And now Asuka's
Oh, it's over.
It's over. Bayley's in trouble. Arm bar locked in. Asuka. Will she make Bayley tap out? Bayley trying to reverse Asuka though. Cinches it in deeper.
Oh, it's over.
Bayley taps. If Bayley didn't tap out, Asuka would have broken her arm.
Here is your winner by submission, Asuka.
So many great counters.
That match was really good. I'll give that match 3.5 stars. That was really good. It didn't outdo their NXT matches, but it was still really good.
Another win, this time tonight over a very game
brought her A+ stuff tonight. Unfortunately, it wasn't quite enough. Let's take a look back just in the event that this may.
You know, WrestleMania could be it, though. That could be Asuka's first loss, which it shouldn't be. You really should wait for that. I think you need to build up the streak for one more year and then have her lose at WrestleMania 34. No, sorry, 35.
Nope. She did kick out. She did. I mean, it doesn't get any closer than that, but in the end, Asuka was ready, able to capitalize on an exhausted Bayley in the armbar. Look at the hyperextension of Bayley's elbow. Left with no option but to submit.
Yeah, it's about turning defense into offense, and nobody does that better right now than Asuka.
Asuka now turns her attention to Nia Jax. In 3 weeks, the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view event.
What are they gonna do? Well, Asuka reaching. Barely gonna accept the handshake.
Great show of respect and the Empress of Tomorrow for Bayley.
We could see this match again at WrestleMania.
Show respect between these two ladies.
Yeah, I love when great competitors put it all on the line, and then when it's over, you can stand there and shake hands and say, until the next time.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, still to come tonight, the tag team title match. Earlier today, we heard from the champions, The Bar, about their title defense against Rollins and Jordan tonight.
What's the crack, everybody? We have some great news because tonight we get to defend our Raw Tag Team Championships against Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan.
Does that mean we get to beat up the pretty boy and the daddy's boy again?
It actually does, just like we did at the Royal Rumble.
Oh, what a great night it was at the Royal Rumble, right? I mean, like, Jason Jordan stumbling around, Seth Rollins fighting on his own. There was no resemblance of teamwork whatsoever. And tonight is the last opportunity for Jason Jordan and Seth Rollins.
That's right. Tonight we get to kick off Jason Jordan and Seth Rollins' heads for good. Because as everybody knows, we don't just set the bar, we are the bar!
The tag titles will be on the line, but there's an opportunity at stake as the Intercontinental Champion, The Miz, does battle with Apollo Crews.
But yeah, coming up next, we have an Elimination Chamber qualifying match. The Miz versus Apollo Crews. Did you guys know last Monday Raw was the most social show on all of television, beating every show on CBS, ABC, NBC, Fox, MTV, HBO, and ESPN? Bet you guys didn't know that.
Quiet on the set. Can we please have quiet on the set?
Oh yeah, so we got this match. The Miz is winning this match. There's absolutely no way that Apollo Crews is gonna win. I don't think they're gonna have Apollo Crews win. I think Miz is, you know, he's the guy they feature every week. He's the guy that's in the main events, not the main event segment, but the main focus. So, oh, what's Curtis Axel?
Introducing first, accompanied by the Mistrage, he is the Intercontinental Champion, The Miz.
Conspicuous by his absence is Curtis Axel. I understand The Miz had a very important audition to be an extra. Ladies and gentlemen, WWE Elimination Chamber is brought to you by Rocket League. Join more than 40 million players as they compete in the world's most exciting sports video game. Rocket League. Play for fun, live to play.
I know we make so much of everything The Miz has going on, but at the core of what he is and who he is being successful and climbing the ladder. Tonight's one of those moments that he has to embrace, and these are the moments that The Miz praise.
The Miz is all about ambition. I have so much respect for ambitious people. The Miz is the Intercontinental Champion, but he doesn't want to rest on his laurels. The Miz wants more. He wants to energy.
Oh, the Miz is about to cut a promo. Let's see what he says.
Take down Brock Lesnar. Can you imagine what that would be for his career?
Be big time.
Do you know what this means? You act like children, I'll treat you like children. When my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut. Tonight, I encourage each and every one of you to go outside and look at the sky. Because the constellation will look a lot like this. The stars have aligned to say what I've been saying since I've come back to Raw. That 2018 is the year of The Miz. Maybe you don't believe in astrology. That's fine. Just look at the evidence that's staring you straight in your face. In my first match back, the 25th anniversary of Monday Night Raw, I regained the Intercontinental Championship by defeating Roman Reigns. That Raw was the highest rated Raw in almost 3 years, and there's only one explanation why. Me!
No, because it was the 25th anniversary.
And then the very next week, I defeated Roman Reigns again. Roman Reigns is a world-class athlete. He is one of the best in this WWE ring of all time. And yet, he still couldn't contend. He couldn't contend with the overwhelming tide of momentum that is me. And here's a little insider information for all of you. Before the big game, Coach Doug Peterson showed the Eagles a video of my last match, and it motivated them to win the Super Bowl. That's the kind of inspiration that I am. But the best is yet to come. Tonight, I will qualify for the Elimination Chamber and earn the right to face, let me get this straight, the reigning, defending, undisputed, Universal Champion, Brock Lesnar. At WrestleMania, the cameras will be rolling for my new unscripted show on USA, Miz and Mrs. The world will be watching, and my daughter will be born just in time to witness the first ever Intercontinental and Universal Champion, me.
What you don't see in the eyes of the Miz, doubt. Miz believes every word he just spoke. I defy you to find anything in what he just said.
Accompanied by Dana Brooke and Titus O'Neil.
Good promo by Miz. He always cuts great promos.
As I was saying, I defy you to find anything in what the Miz just said that was not true. It was all true.
Apollo Crews looks to end the Miz's dreams. Crews and Miz, someone's going to the chamber match next. And the power of Apollo
Uh-oh. Miz, you're in trouble. Oh, you just got suplexed by Apollo Crews. I'm still so Miz is... I'm still very disappointed about Apollo Crews. He really had a lot of potential in WWE. You know, when they were playing the vignettes for him, I'm like, there could be something in this guy. He debuted at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, had a nice little match with Ty Dillinger. And then, you know, he defeated Tyler Breeze at NXT TakeOver Respect. He won a battle royal to become the #1 contender to Finn Balor's NXT Championship, to which he nearly won the championship until Baron Corbin interfered. He had a match with Corbin at NXT TakeOver London, didn't win. Faced Elias Sampson in pretty much his last match in NXT. I mean, apparently what people said is Vince McMahon was so impressed with him in NXT, he called him right up to the main roster. And he did some good things on the main roster in the beginning. He was gaining some momentum, having some nice enhancement matches with, you know, the likes of the Social Outcasts, Tyler Breeze, and, you know, he defeated Sheamus at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. On SmackDown, he feuded with Miz over the Intercontinental Championship, and he, you know, lost, and then he pretty much wasn't the same after that. Then he, got into a weird feud with Dolph Ziggler and like Kalisto and stuff. It was weird, and Ziggler like beat him up every week, and he pinned Ziggler some weeks, so that was just weird. And then you had him get traded over to Raw after the Superstar shakeup, and he immediately got paired up with Titus Worldwide, but they didn't really get anything going with his career because then Akira Tozawa was brought into the mix, and they kind of focused on him, and yeah, nearly nothing came out of it. So
Unnecessary. I continue to say that.
And Miz cover. Can he advance? And a kick out. Completely necessary, Coach. I tried to explain that to you last week. There's extra power behind the moonsault. The torque on the maneuver is extra effective. Miz just happened to be able to escape.
Guess what doesn't matter? How you win. What matters that you win. And for a man like Apollo Crews, who has never been in an Elimination Chamber, this is an opportunity that did not come every day.
Miz has been in 2 chamber matches in his career so far.
The Miz has been in both versions of the Elimination Chamber. He was in the real Elimination Chamber and the Funhouse Elimination Chamber. When he was in the real Elimination Chamber, he wrestled. He was in there with the likes of CM Punk, R-Truth, Dolph Ziggler, Chris Jericho, and I think himself. But then obviously he was in the one that Bray Wyatt won that I mentioned earlier in the night. Well, earlier in the show.
Wants to experience that firsthand. Think of the money involved, the prestige, the movie roles that will be offered to the Miz if he's Intercontinental Champion and Universal Champion and headlines WrestleMania. You're kidding me. Apollo Crews off the kip up, and Crews is rolling.
Apparently Apollo Crews doesn't care about all this.
No, in Zaguri. Not at all. Crews wants to get to the chamber and maybe make a move to WrestleMania and a kick out at 2. Apollo Crews so impressive. Ever since this young man burst on the scene, Corey's got all the tools. Well, this would be an absolute burst to the career of Apollo Crews.
Oh, here comes that power bomb. Miz lands on his feet.
This would be a career maker.
What's the funny thing is, Miz still puts on solid matches, but he's probably like the least athletic guy ever. Oh, Crews, it might not happen. Well, that was nice. See, Crews is a nice athlete. Oh, that was nice.
Shooting star, 240 pounds. Almost had him a near fall. Crews can't believe it. The moonsault and the standing shooting star, and still Miz kicked out. And Titus was about to celebrate. Titus was ready to pop the bottles on the outside. Look at this standing shooting star. Outrageous athleticism. 240 plus pounds. Cat-like ability. Titus looking for a big week to win for Apollo tonight. Later in the week, Titus is going to be awarded the Isaiah Williams Award in Tampa from the NAACP for all his.
You know, it'd be nice if Crews won this match. It'd be a nice showcase for him. It'd be a big moment for him. You know, if you really want to promote Black History Month, have a black guy win a match for once.
And Miz to the knee as the official was backing Crews off. Miz taking a shortcut, looking for the skull-crushing finale. Rolled through by Crews. Shoulders down. He almost had him again. Another near fall for Apollo Crews.
Oh.
Caught him on the top rope. And that could be the opening.
And this is a clean win for the Miz. See you later, Apollo Crews.
Better inability to Miz capitalize on a situation, and he's been to the elimination chamber.
Here's your winner, the Intercontinental Champion, the Miz.
The Miz was in a fight tonight.
Yep, so now The Miz joins Braun Strowman, Elias, John Cena, and Roman Reigns in the Elimination Chamber match.
If he continued to do it, would come back to haunt him, and that's exactly what The Miz took advantage of.
So The Miz advances to the WWE Network pay-per-view Elimination Chamber and the Elimination Chamber match in 3 weeks. He now joins Roman Reigns, John Cena, Elias, and Braun Strowman. One spot still to be filled for the Chamber. The winner faces Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship.
So who's going to fill the last spot? That's the big question.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Want to tell him?
Tell me what?
Sorry, Seth, but I can't compete tonight. I was feeling good, but then I was warming up and I was doing some neck bridges and something just didn't feel right in my neck. So I went to the medical team and they won't let me compete. Just tell the truth. Sorry.
You gotta be kidding me. We talked about this. We discussed this.
I know. And I'm sorry. Honestly.
Kurt. Hey, what am I supposed to do? The match is next.
If Jason can't compete, I don't see any other option but to forfeit the match. I'm sorry, Seth. I'm sorry.
What I liked about this segment was, so at least well, yeah, so I guess Jordan's still hurt, I guess, so. But what I liked about this segment was, I liked how they didn't just say, yeah, that can work. Like, they just kind of, like, spoke and, like, yeah, we know that Reigns is going to be the partner. I still think the bar's going to retain somehow, just because I don't see them putting the Raw Tag Team titles on Reigns and Rollins, because I think they're just going to take them right back off, especially if Roman Reigns is going to be in the main event against Brock Lesnar for the WWE Universal Championship at WrestleMania. So.
The news they found out about moments ago. Sheamus and Cesaro have every right and reason to be irate right now. The bar were prepared for Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan, not Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. But that's what they're going to get, Corey. Talking about stacking the deck against the bar. I mean, Angle has some sort of vendetta against these two. Well, Jason Jordan is hurt. We're going to show you how he got hurt. It took place 8 nights ago at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view event. It was Rollins and Jordan defending the tag team titles against the bar. And early on in the match, Sheamus and Cesaro put Jason Jordan out of commission.
Nope, if they have for Sheamus.
Pulled Jordan off of the ring apron before, boom, launching him right into the ring post, effectively eliminating Jordan from the matchup altogether. Yeah, Seth Rollins, a very valiant effort against the bar. He was forced to go by himself in the matchup and would finally succumb to Sheamus and Cesaro, to win the tag team titles. And, Coach, we did find out that it was a neck injury suffered by Jason Jordan.
Yeah, and I think he's done a great job of trying to be the best partner that he can be. But I'll give it to Roman Reigns, who's already competed here tonight, stepping up for his partner, his pal, his friend. I'll give him a lot of credit.
And you can see Sheamus and Cesaro are irate over the fact that Reigns replaces Jordan. Well, hometown crowd for Seth Rollins.
Oh, he was in his hometown. That's cool.
What a reception for the
How many times, though, do we have to see, like, Rollins versus LeBeau in any combination? We saw Rollins and Ambrose versus LeBeau. We saw Rollins and Jordan versus LeBeau. And now we're seeing Rollins and Sheamus versus LeBeau. It's like that match is going to continue to be done to death.
Jimmy Uso. Earlier tonight, it looked as though Seth Rollins was very, very ready for this matchup. But you almost see a smirk on the face of Rollins right now. Who better to be reunited in a team with than a Shield brother like the Big Dog?
There's those boos.
It's been a big night for Roman Reigns so far. Earlier tonight, he beat Bray Wyatt to qualify for the Elimination Chamber match in 3 weeks. A grueling battle it was. Roman Reigns got to be banged up after experiencing Bray Wyatt to kick off the evening. Gentlemen, there are certain expectations when you are a champion. The bar needs to understand that. You defend your titles when you're told to. And this is one of those times. You prepare for certain guys. Now they need to adjust and be prepared for Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns.
Yeah, so let's get into this match. I think this would be a really good match, though. You have Reigns, who's a good wrestler, Rollins, who's a great wrestler, Cesaro, who's fantastic, and Sheamus, who's a good wrestler as well.
Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns were tag team champions together at one other point in their career, members of the Shield back in 2013.
That's right, they defeated Team Hell No to win the WWE Tag Team Championships.
Out of all the people on the roster, they were expecting to face tonight was Roman Reigns. And Sheamus and Cesaro had a reason.
Plus, also, you guys got to remember this as well, as Roman Reigns also...
The following contest is for the Raw Tag Team Championship.
You know, they also defeated the Usos to retain their titles. They lost them to Goldust and Cody Rhodes, though, so...
Their opponents, they are the Raw Tag Team Champions, Sheamus and Cesaro.
Gentlemen, if we're being fair, we've got to give it up. In all honesty, for Roman Reigns, what we saw earlier tonight against Bray Wyatt was one of the most brutal matches Roman Reigns has had in a long time. And then he steps up, walks back out here to be Seth Rollins' tag team partner. To me, that's going above and beyond.
Well, it certainly is going above and beyond. Whether or not that's a smart decision remains to be seen. Like I said, Roman Reigns basically put himself through hell in that match with Bray Wyatt.
All right, Seth Rollins and Sheamus are going to be starting off the matchup. We've seen this match about 400 times.
Bittersweet for Sheamus, won the tag titles that night, but lasted in the Royal Rumble match only for 2 seconds before eliminated by Heath Slater. Rollins was eliminated by his buddy he was teaming with tonight, Roman Reigns. Every man for himself at the Rumble.
Yeah, so what happens to Seth Rollins now then for WrestleMania? Because, you know, he was supposed to probably face Dean Ambrose. Ambrose got hurt, Jason Jordan, and now he's hurt. So it's like, who does Seth Rollins face at WrestleMania this year? He really doesn't have anyone to face. They're not going to go down the... They can't... They just can't go down him and a partner versus the Bar, because that's just not really that good of an option. He can't face Triple H because he's already fought him. I'm just trying to think of guys that are like on Raw. I don't know if they can go down the Roman Reigns path just because Roman Reigns, you know, is probably facing Brock for the Universal title. And if not, maybe you can go down the Roman Reigns path because you have that's not a feud really you've done a whole lot. But what would you even, since they're both faces and stuff, what would you even do? You know, I'm trying to think of like other guys that Seth Rollins can wrestle at WrestleMania because he doesn't have a lot of options to wrestle. I don't know, because you can't really do Samoa Joe either because he's hurt. So it's like, you can't do that. I can't do Elias. That's a lame idea. I mean, you could, maybe Finn Balor, you could always go down that path and, you know, have them feud because Seth Rollins feels like he was screwed out of the match. They had like, earlier this year, I think it was like one of the first Raws of 2018. So you could do that path. You could go down that path, but
tag team champions. Cesaro, of course, still with the mouthpiece in, hence the reason he speaks like that. Had a tooth knocked out a number of months ago, and actually driven into his gums. And now Rollins tags the big dog. The man who
is in the Elimination Chamber match in 3 weeks, looking to win the tag titles tonight. Cover and a kick out. Can you imagine if he qualifies for the Elimination Chamber and wins the tag titles all on the same night? You would have to put that up there with one of the greatest nights in Raw history. I would agree with you.
Oh, it was.
Absolutely.
What about when he won the WWE World Heavyweight Championship from Sheamus? That was a great. And took out Vince McMahon and stuff like that. That was. What about It's gonna be another greatest night. What about when Jeff Hardy took the Undertaker to the limit in that ladder match for the WWE Undisputed Championship? That's a great night. I think that's greater than that. I'm trying to think of what else. What about when Stone Cold Steve Austin stunned Vince McMahon? It's a greatest night. That could be considered one of the greatest nights in Raw history. What about when Stone Cold Steve Austin drove the beer truck and sprayed the corporation? You know. What about CM Punk's pipe bomb? What about Daniel Bryan where the Yes Movement took over Monday Night Raw? Oh, Irish Coast backbreaker.
Meanwhile, off the distraction of what happened outside the ring, Cesaro with an uppercut. Tag, Sheamus legal. Here's the aforementioned physicality. Into the barricade. The bar is rolling. Tag titles on the line.
What about when CM Punk cashed in the World Heavyweight, the Money in the Bank contract on Edge to win the World Heavyweight Championship? What about when Dolph Ziggler cashed in the Money in the Bank contract to defeat Alberto Del Rio for the World Heavyweight Championship? That could be considered one of the greatest nights in Raw history. There's other things too. What about when Paige debuted and won the Divas Championship from AJ Lee? Trying to think, Coach, but that was a bad call right there. What about when Samoa Joe choked out Paul Heyman?
Continues to overpower Roman Reigns, and you guys touched on it earlier. Perhaps the fatigue of going through a big match earlier on tonight is starting to catch up to the big dog.
What about when Kurt Angle did the moonsault off the cage?
They're so effective as a tag team. They cut the ring in half, isolated Roman Reigns, and Rollins can just watch.
We appreciate him stepping in.
What about how about when Brock Lesnar returned to WWE in 2012? What about when John Cena and The Rock set up their WrestleMania match? What about when Triple H defeated Mankind to win his first WWE Championship?
Oh, man. Tag team wrestling there, though.
Oh, nice uppercut.
Cover again by Cesaro.
I'm not going to let that go for a while. What about when the Kid defeated Razor Ramon in the biggest upset in Monday Night Raw history?
Watch this. Cesaro drawing the referee and Sheamus taking.
What about when the New Day broke the record for the longest reigning tag team championship reign in WWE history?
Almost had him 2.5. Dangerously close tag is made, so Sheamus is legal now. Owen now hung up on the top rope. The Celtic Warrior, devastating, 4-time WWE champion. Uh-oh, now looking to put Reigns away. Cesaro double team. That's it. Roman Reigns is down and out. Here's the cover, and Reigns with the shoulder. Cesaro can't believe it.
That very same maneuver that won the bar the tag team titles last week at the Royal Rumble.
We've seen that look before tonight, gentlemen. I believe on the face of Bray Wyatt when he was unable to put away Roman Reigns. That's what the big dog's all about. Recently, he's been a multi-time champion, a Royal Rumble winner, and now in the chamber match in 3 weeks.
Reigns about to be neutralized.
Looking for the gotch neutralizer, but a Samoan drop counter by Reigns. And you see Rollins in the background dragging himself.
All right, can Seth Rollins hit the hot tag?
Put himself in position for a tag.
What about when Marty Jannetty defeated Shawn Michaels to win the Intercontinental Championship?
Oh, and a cheap shot knocks Rollins off the apron. Smart. That's not a punch on the button. So smart. Sheamus down, Reigns down. Critical moment of this match. Oh, boy. Well, look who's here.
No, Jason's not involved in this match, or maybe just moral support. Indeed, trying to help Seth
I love how they both book Jason Jordan like such a geek.
So it looks like very little moral support as Rollins finds his way back on the
I know you can still keep him on television too, and just have him just come out and act like such a geek.
Slayer firing on all cylinders right now. And Seth Rollins with a blockbuster from the second rope. Suicide dive to Sheamus. The architect is everywhere.
Ooh, I like nice guillotine leg drop across the back of the neck.
Seth is feeling it, guys. King Slayer's got that devil in his eye right now. Look out, gentlemen. Rollins pumped up. Taking out Cesaro, driving into the WWE Universe. Front row seats for Cesaro. Now Rollins back in the ring. Cesaro not quite sure where he's at. Sling blade. Instinct cover for the tag team championship. 2, 3, no, 2.5. Incredible action here on Monday Night Raw. Look at the eyes. Rollins can taste it. Uh-oh. Rollins
Clips up.
went for the stop. Cesaro.
Oh, is this the stop? That's dumb.
Oh, and an uppercut caught him. Quick. Rollins, what's he thinking about here? Oh, my Lord, look at this. Off the suplex. In the Falcon Arrow. Rollins for the win. This is it. Side leg hook. Cesaro kicks out. Incredible. Rollins throwing anything and everything he's got inside at the tag team champions. Well, that was a great sequence there for Rollins, but Cesaro still kicking out. Rollins trying to figure out. Poke to the eye. Thumb to the eye. Jordan.
Oh, no.
Cesaro. Rollins looking to take advantage. Jordan Cesaro kicked out. Kick to the face off the super kick. Cover again for the tag team gold. And Sheamus breaking it up. And what action. Was that to give a nice little assist to Jason Jordan out there. Yeah, that was after Cesaro delivered a thumb to the eye.
What's the matter with Roman Reigns?
Roman saying, he got this. We got this.
You don't need to be out here.
Oh.
There's the ripcord. Boom.
Oh, I hate that knee that he does. Super kick.
Super kick to the jaw. Tag. We are about to have new tag team champions. Cesaro saving Sheamus for the moment. Champions advantage dictates. Even a loss by countout, Sheamus and Cesaro will retain. Where the hell are they going?
Oh, come on.
Cesaro and Sheamus, and the official had no choice.
The bar retain.
I believe Rollins and Reigns were disqualified. He's trying to defend himself. It doesn't matter. He struck a competitor in the match, Corey.
And you can see
This is awesome. I love it. Jason Jordan just keeps fucking up.
By disqualification, and still the Raw Tag Team Champions, Sheamus and Cesaro.
And what a terrible situation. The bottom line is this. The Bar, Sheamus and Cesaro retain their tag team titles. A disqualification victory tonight over Reigns and
That was a
Rollins.
pretty good finish. I liked
The
it.
story of Jason Jordan and trying to help out his partner. You said it, Cole. Here's what happened. Sheamus and Cesaro trying to take a hike and escape with the titles. Cesaro threw the punch to the moment that Jordan made contact. Look at the look on Seth Rollins' face. And Roman Reigns. Jason Jordan made contact with a competitor in the match. The referee had no choice but to disqualify him.
Well, Jason Jordan trying to explain himself.
Rollins and Reigns. Rollins and Reigns, guys, are absolutely livid.
Well, listen, understandably so, but Jason Jordan, I believe, was not even good at taking it. We saw him give an assist at one point that paid off. I think in the heat of the moment,
Jordan forgot what the rules of the situation were, struck the competitor, and got the disqualification. But the worst part is, though, this is the last opportunity Seth Rollins is going to have to challenge the bar.
Well, it's true. I think Jason Jordan was just trying to help. He felt bad for not being able to participate in the match. Felt like he needed to do something, guys, for Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns.
Well, the night hasn't been half bad for Roman Reigns. He advanced earlier on tonight to the Elimination Chamber match. He joins Elias, John Cena, The Miz, and the man who won a last man standing match last week on Monday Night Raw, Braun Strowman. It was Strowman versus Kane. And remember the rules, guys. You have to incapacitate your opponent to the point he can't make it back to his feet by a count of 10.
Braun Strowman, this was right in his wheelhouse. The monster among men literally destroying everything, including the stage on which we sit every week. The 385-pounder wreaking havoc. And guess what, guys? Don't forget, Kane was underneath the stage.
And Braun would win the last man standing match. Kane was taken to a local medical facility. He would eventually crawl out of the hospital, not to be seen from again.
Last week, I was the last man standing against Kane. Just like tonight, I'll be the last one standing. Just like an elimination chamber, I'll be the last one standing. And at WrestleMania, the last one standing as your new Universal Champion. So
That's what
John
should happen.
Cena and Elias, you better get ready to get these hands. Because nothing, I mean nothing, is going to stop me.
You know, over the history of the Elimination Chamber, half the winners have entered the chamber at number 5 or number 6.
So yeah, still to come. We have the triple threat match where the winner enters the Elimination Chamber last. Braun Strowman versus John Cena versus Elias.
On the road to WrestleMania, the match is live tonight.
You never want to listen. You never want to learn. You weren't even supposed to be out there. What were you thinking? It's always about I with you. That's your promise. Never about we.
I was just defending myself.
I again, you selfish son of a bitch.
Whoa, hold on. You're getting out of line. My son's legitimately hurt, okay?
The one thing I'm sorry about is that I didn't legitimately hurt him myself.
Listen, you need to get out of here. Go home and stay home until you're medically clear. Okay?
You can't talk.
Damn it! Go home! Go!
Try to run with Daddy.
Certainly a tense situation between the general manager and his
Uh-oh.
Her name is Nia Jax. And there is a reason.
Really? I thought that was Awesome Climb.
Irresistible force.
We're going to see a video package of Awesome Climb.
Women's superstars we've ever seen.
I'm not most girls.
This has been a story of Nia Jax's career, utter and complete domination.
Most girls take what they're given in life. Lucky for me, I'm not most girls.
So, guys, that is what Vanessa Floyd faces here tonight. Nia Jax.
Vanessa Floyd. Yep. Nia Jax is winning this match. See ya later. Goodbye. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, a match with Asuka. Beats Asuka. She's in a triple threat for the women's title at WrestleMania.
This poor young lady looks to be just about frozen with fear. The bell rang and she can't even defend herself hardly.
I'm trying to defend herself, but not quite sure what you do with Nia Jax.
That sucks.
It took 6 people to eliminate Nia in the women's Rumble match. Oh,
You died.
This young lady.
See ya later.
An incredible deal by Nia.
Pretty clear message.
A big opportunity on the horizon for Nia Jax.
Oh, my Lord.
This is
Quite a way to warm up before facing off with the Empress of Tomorrow, with major implications. Just a flat-out power here of Nia Jax. Oh, look at this. Wow, a standing press with ease.
I never was really not that much of a Nia Jax fan. I always thought she was terrible.
He's going to go from bad to worse.
Done.
The leg drop.
Here is your winner, Nia Jax.
Take another look at this. What an impressive outing for Jax. That's what happens when a brick wall runs at you.
2 stars, I guess. I don't know.
Incredible display of power.
For the Rollins and for the Raw Tag Team title match, give that 3 stars.
There's not a woman on the roster with that much power.
You heard Nia Jax say, "You don't do that to me," but she does it to anybody she wants.
Nia, congratulations on your victory. But earlier tonight, Kurt Angle announced that at the Elimination Chamber, you'll be going one-on-one against the undefeated Asuka. Now, if you win that match, you will be added to the Raw Women's Championship match at WrestleMania.
Asuka, I'm the only woman in that locker room that does not fear you. I'm the only one in that locker room that you can't beat. I'm going to mess your pretty little face up so bad that you're going to be wearing that mask permanently.
Yeah, this one was bad.
And when I'm done with you, you're not going to be the Empress of Tomorrow. You're going to be the Empress of Yesterday.
Well, that almost sucked.
It is going to be a hard-hitting matchup. Asuka versus Nia Jax in 3 weeks. An Elimination Chamber. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the last time that Elias and John Cena were in the ring together on Monday Night Raw was at the 25th anniversary of Raw 2 weeks ago, when Elias did this with his guitar to John Cena and then would deliver a drift away. Well, John Cena would obtain a modicum of revenge by eliminating Elias from the Royal Rumble match, but tonight, you know, Cena's...
Yeah, still to come on the show, we have the triple threat match where the winner enters the Elimination Chamber last. Braun Strowman versus John Cena versus Elias.
You are watching the longest running weekly television show in history. This is Monday Night Raw.
The following contest is a women's division match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied by Mandy Rose and Paige, Absolution member Sonya Deville.
You know, guys, earlier I was asking Sonya Deville to describe herself. She said, "I was an overly aggressive kid growing up." If that's the case, don't you think she'll be perfect for the
Still sucks Paige can't wrestle. I guess it's just going to be a manager of Absolution at this point, which I guess right now is the best role she can have.
WWE Fastlane is presented by Tap Out Men's Body Sprays, now available in the fragrance aisle at Walmart.
Sonya Deville set for one-on-one action. You see Paige in there along with Mandy. Mandy Rose will be in the chamber along with Sonya. Interesting story there.
Sonya Deville's winning, I think.
And this young lady will be in the chamber as well.
Even though I prefer Nikki win.
I want to get back to Sonya and Mandy Rose in the Elimination Chamber together. Sonya Deville has told me that Mandy and her are best friends. They live together. They travel the road together. They do everything together. But there's an opportunity these two may face off inside the chamber. What happens then? I'm sure Mandy and Sonya have learned well under the tutelage of Paige. They know what to
in a sense, it's a good thing that Paige didn't go in the chamber, because she could have gotten really hurt in the chamber. Or the Women's Royal Rumble.
An opportunity of a lifetime of WrestleMania that's way more important.
So here we go, Sonya, Mickie James, Mickie a 6-time champion. Could be considered one of the favorites in the Elimination Chamber. The quickness of Sonya Deville.
Speaking of favorites, Sonya Deville growing up, dressed up like Allen Iverson, the answer. You know that?
Yeah, I did. told everybody about it during the Royal Rumble match in Philadelphia last week. We were in Philadelphia, hence the Allen Iverson reference.
Well, I was just re-emphasizing.
Oh, man. Mickey James is smacking the taste out of Sonya's mouth.
Oh, and Sonya burying Mickey in the corner.
Ill-advised move.
And Mickey James taking the fight to Sonya Deville and maybe broke her nose with that right hand.
That is not often we've seen Sonya Deville cover up like this.
Mickey James taking the fight to her, and I didn't expect this here tonight. Cover by Mickey. Hook of the leg and a kick out. Very physical, very aggressive Mickey James. And you see Sonya continuing to go back to the nose.
Yeah, she's trying to shake it off.
It could be broken.
I think, Sonya definitely all out of sorts right now.
And again, Mickey James takes her to the mat, and Sonya Deville is in trouble here.
If you get your nose busted, you can't breathe. There's a cover here by Mickey. You can't breathe. It throws your concentration off. Your eyes tear up. Totally changes your game plan. You can throw it right out the window.
Yeah, when you have that MMA background, though, it's something you're used to, and you can move on from.
I would say familiar with, never used to. I don't care how many fights you've been in. Getting your nose broken totally throws you off.
You love to see the aggressiveness in Mickey, though, tonight, guys, as Mandy comes on the apron to cause a distraction and allows Sonya to take over.
What a distraction by Mandy Rose.
The official now going to check on Mickey James after that nasty fall, landing on the back of her neck. There you go, Rev Deville out of the way with a straight right.
I agree with Sonya Deville. No reason to stop the match.
Look at this. Mickey momentarily distracted, and Sonya just chucks Mickey halfway across the ring.
What an opportunity for Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose and Mickey James.
Muay Thai knee strikes to turn your lights out.
With Bayley and Sasha Banks to meet Alexa Bliss inside the Elimination Chamber for Alexa Bliss's Raw Women's title.
It's not often that one member of these three gets the spotlight. Sonya Deville doing a great job of owning it tonight.
Alexa Bliss earlier tonight telling General Manager Kurt Angle that he was giving preferential treatment. Here's the cover by Deville and a kick out to Universal Champion Brock Lesnar. Since Brock does not have to defend his title inside the chamber, but Alexa Bliss does.
Completely valid argument made by Alexa Bliss. I mean, how would you want to be locked inside of that structure with 5 other women all gunning for you in your championship?
Well, it's almost an impossible chance for Alexa to retain the championship. Cover by Deville, kick out by Mickey.
And you wonder if she might feel differently if WrestleMania was not on the line. If that wasn't the opportunity.
I don't think so. The bottom line is Alexa Bliss loves being champion. She'll do anything she can to keep the title. And of course, go to WrestleMania. And look at Mickey fighting back. What a physical match tonight. And Corey, these women are going to have to be physical inside the chamber.
Absolutely. It's a good way to get yourself ready for the competition that awaits in Las Vegas.
Mickey, roll up here, shoulders down.
Wow. 2 stars. This match really wasn't all that good.
Solution on the attack of Mickey James.
Absolutely shocking. Maybe chalking up to the inexperience of DeVille. But Mickey's paying for it now.
And a beat down.
Alexa.
And there's the Raw Women's Champion, Alexa Bliss, dragging Mickey out of harm's way. What's this all about?
Oh, it's just getting started, baby.
I still have no idea why Alexa Bliss made her way out here.
Doesn't make a lot of sense.
I don't think Mickey knows either.
Right.
What's this?
Guys, who's ready to walk with Elias? John Cena and Braun Strowman will. A triple threat match coming up next. The winner will enter their Elimination Chamber match.
All right, coming up next, we got the triple threat match. Let's just get right into it. All right, so on the next episode of RAW, which I'll do a live reaction to, we have a second chance fatal 4-way Elimination Chamber qualifying match. Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt versus Woken Matt Hardy versus Apollo Crews. I think that's going to be actually a good match. I think that makes sense. Everyone gets another chance.
Next week, these 4 superstars will have a second opportunity. It's It's a second chance fatal four-way with the winner taking the 6th spot in the Elimination Chamber match. Finn Balor, Bray Wyatt, Matt Hardy, and Apollo Crews next week. But the triple threat match coming up next on Monday Night Raw will go a long way to determining a lot in the chamber match, because the winner is going to enter the chamber match number 6. What an opportunity. We all know what a coveted spot that is, because half of the winners of previous Elimination Chamber matches have entered at the number 5 or number 6 spot.
That's a mouthful. Let me make it very, very simple. There could be the winner of this match walking out the winner of the Elimination Chamber because of those stats you just gave.
I would say could be. I think it's maybe likely.
Ladies and gentlemen, Elias.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, I am Elias. And I've got one question for everybody here tonight. Who wants to walk with Elias? That is a pretty strong response from a no-name town like this. I gotta say, it is my first time performing here, which is upsetting considering I normally fly over small towns like this looking for anything better. But I'm here. The Elimination Chamber is on the way, and tonight, after I defeat John Cena and Braun Strowman, I will solidify myself as the final entrance in that match. And then, of course, I will go on to give you the greatest performance of a lifetime on the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania. It is a crazy reality that very soon all things WWE will be mine. And that is because everything WWE stands for is... I said WWE stands for...
Walk with Elias.
You know, I turned down performing at the Super Bowl halftime show to come to this godforsaken wasteland. Clearly, that was a mistake. But I've got a song. And this song is not for any of you, no. This one's for me. It's for me in hopes that I can escape the fact that I'm here in Des Moines. Roman's not a monster. He's just a man. I'm gonna need you all to shut your mouth so I can focus. deeper. Then I move on to Brock. Brock should fear Elias, 'cause with me he'll walk. Oh, whoa, whoa.
Come on, John. Come on. It's getting ridiculous. Stop interrupting him. Let him perform his music.
Crowd is very confused.
All right, let me do my prediction for who I think is going to win this match. I'm picking Braun Strowman. He's awesome, and I think he should win this match. I think he should really look dominant and win. The only thing, I don't see Cena winning this match. I could see Elias sneaking a heel win in this match, but I don't even. I think he probably stands the least chance out of anybody.
You know, guys, by the time we get to San Jose, California for Monday Night Raw next week, we're going to know 5 of the men who are in the chamber match. We know that already, but we also have the second chance fatal 4-way match to determine the 6th member of the Elimination Chamber. Raw in San Jose next Monday night. Cena, Elias, set for a triple threat match here on Raw.
What does John Cena say? We're grinding every day. What's the reason we grind? To get to the top.
John Cena, no stranger to the top, but even he, as great as he is, would love that added advantage of coming in final to the Elimination Chamber match.
Their opponent, weighing in at 385 pounds, Braun Strowman.
And there's the man who qualified by jumping this stage and announce table on the Kane last week in a last man standing match.
Whoa!
He is determined to march of a 385-pound monster, the earth trembling at his feet, as well it should. John Cena appears ready for the challenge. He's faced many monsters in his career. Triple threat rules. First man to gain pinfall or submission wins the match. No disqualifications, no countouts. And the winner will enter the chamber match in the final position of number 6.
And this adds such a dimension to the match that is very hard to predict. What exactly Braun Strowman is willing to do, what he's going to do.
And what, if anything, Elias and Cena are going to be capable of doing to Strowman. Match officially underway. Elias, Cena, Strowman.
Oh, this is very. See, this makes Elias look like a smart heel.
That's the smartest thing Elias has ever done.
John is like,
and Cena unloading, never back down, never give up. John Cena going after Braun Strowman.
See you later, Cena.
Triple threat match. Live on Raw. Triple threat action live on Monday Night Raw. Strowman, Elias, and Cena. Elias stepped to the ring for the first time, and now
Yes, Strowman ain't buying these games. You better run away, Elias. Come on, Cena, leave him alone. Don't even try that.
Strowman, cover. And Elias looking at
Strowman.
And the winner of the match will enter the Elimination Chamber. Number 6, last. Huge advantage. Speed up by Strowman.
maybe Elias can write a song about that time I tried to fight a grizzly bear. I was about to give Elias some credit.
First man to gain pinfall submission will win this match. No disqualifications, don't count out. Strowman dominated. Strowman's never been in an Elimination Chamber match in his career, neither has Elias. But can you imagine the damage Strowman could cause inside the chamber?
I mean, is Braun Strowman even going to fit in one of those pods?
Good question. Oh, and a headbutt by Strowman. John Cena in his career has been in 6 chamber matches. Oh, my God.
Cena's the only other man to be in both chambers.
Well, John Cena's won 3 chamber matches in his career. One he did win from the number 6 position back in 2010, so he does understand the importance of it. And John Cena.
Elias and Cena working to get. See, it's an unlikely alliance because Elias and Cena have been feuding with each other lately.
Shoulder tackle. Elias trying to a knee, driving Strowman back to the rope. Strowman maybe dazed a bit, sent over the top rope, landing on the floor.
This is so bizarre to me that Elias and Cena are teaming up.
Well, you got to eliminate Strowman, have a chance in this match, I guess. Oh, off the post!
Necessity can make for strange bedfellows.
And now Elias and Cena have a Strowman really driving him into the post again, and the Monster's down to a knee.
So understanding the look between Elias and Cena, this is completely out of necessity. Well, if you look into the future, guys, this is the type of action that you could see in the Elimination Chamber match.
Strowman driven into the steps, and he's down.
Well, if you think this is chaotic and insane, then just imagine you could have 3 other WWE superstars in the frame at the same time.
Well, they got him down. They better keep him down. And Cena now with the steps in hand. Look at John Cena. Looking to go after Strowman right off the face of Strowman.
Pretty good match so far. Strowman still on his. They really do a good job making Strowman look like a monster. Oh, like a guitar.
Strowman still on his feet. Cena looking for an AA. Look at the power of Cena.
Oh, AA on the steps.
Can you believe it? You gotta be kidding me. Oh, it's from behind Elias. Elias looking to take advantage.
Smart.
Elias looking to win this matchup and enter the chamber. That was the last entry and number. Kick out at 2.
Triple threat rules. Anything goes. Everything is legal. Elias now taking advantage of the temporary alliance with Cena.
Yeah, it was smart by Cena. Again, hooks the leg. Cena 2.
Even smarter for Elias. Gotta wonder how Cena's back's feeling after just lifting the 385-pound Strowman. Here's what poor Braun endured over the past few moments. Speaking of backs.
But what about the power of Cena here?
Surreal. But again, in a match like
I mean, it's very impressive, but Cena lifted up Big Show and Edge for an AA. Both of them at the same time on his shoulders. So it's like, you know. But yeah, anyhow, the people that John Cena wrestled in his past 6 Elimination Chamber matches, let me see if I can name them all. The first one he had at New Year's Revolution 2006. He wrestled Shawn Michaels, Kurt Angle, Carlito, Chris Masters, and Kane. And then in the second one that he was in, he wrestled Edge, Chris Jericho, Mike Knox, Kane, and Rey Mysterio. And then the third one he was in, he wrestled Sheamus, Ted DiBiase Jr., Kofi Kingston, Triple H, and Randy Orton. And then in the fourth one he was in 2011. And the one he was in the second one took place at No Way Out 2009. And the fourth one took place at Elimination Chamber 2010. The fourth one that he was in took place at Elimination Chamber 2011. And in that match, he wrestled CM Punk, John Morrison, R-Truth, Ken Sheamus, and Randy Orton. And then, so he's been in 6 of them. So in Elimination Chamber 2014, he wrestled. Here comes his comeback. He wrestled Cesaro, Christian, Randy Orton, Daniel Bryan, and Sheamus.
It's exhausting indeed. Well, doing what he did to Braun took a lot out of him. Elias.
Speaking of Braun.
Strowman, power slam. Where did Braun even come from? And now
Elias.
Elias. Oh, sent Strowman outside the ring. Covered by Elias. Looking to take advantage.
Oh, Elias. Elias is going to be the last guy in. I'm actually okay with that.
Taking advantage of the damage by Strowman. Strowman's not finished yet. And a power slam to Elias.
I kind of wanted Strowman to win because I'm a Strowman boy, but I'm okay with Elias. And look, he did it in a good way. He did it in a nice heel way where he looked like where Strowman still benefited from winning. Now, that match I thought was pretty good. I'll give it a 3 1/4 star.
Entry in that match. An absolutely huge advantage for Elias, but guys, right now, that's the last thing on his mind.
I actually forgot what Elias's theme song was. Ooh, he's gonna do more.
Braun Strowman, Cena up high. Another running
Cena.
power slam.
Is he gonna do another one?
This crowd is just egging him on. They want more.
There's no doubt about it. Strowman is happy to oblige.
For another one to Elias.
Elias going for the ride again.
Or maybe Elias will enter the Elimination Chamber on a stretcher. Wheel him in, right?
Another power
At
slam.
least he'd get wheeled in last.
And the question is, guys, no matter where he enters, are we looking at the favorite? Is Braun Strowman the favorite in the Elimination Chamber match?
When we get to Sin City, 5 other top WWE superstars are bound to get those hands. Look what we're looking at in the ring right now. Cena, Elias down, not moving. We've seen this movie before at the Elimination Chamber. Is this the picture that we're going to see in less than 3 weeks' time?
I'll tell you the one thing we have not seen in the Elimination Chamber before, and that's that man, Braun Strowman.
What's going on? Oh, they want another one.
Well, you can blame Iowa.
Oh, not again. Not again.
Apparently they don't want to go home. There's a lot of snow outside.
And another one to Cena.
Power slam.
We're looking at the abominable Strowman. And he's not done yet.
Elias should have headed back to the locker room when he could.
I don't think he could.
This is where it doesn't pay off for Elias to be a solo act. If you had a band, you'd have at least some more weapons, some drumsticks, a kick drum, something to try to stop Strowman.
Uh-oh. Elias.
One more time.
You know, as I'm watching this, I'm thinking to myself, boom! Braun Strowman may want to go in first in the Elimination Chamber. That means he can deliver more damage.
5 men have qualified. One more to come.
That was cool.
Last chance challenge. Thank you for joining us tonight, everybody. Good night from Monday Night Raw.
So, overall, I thought Raw was a pretty decent show. It wasn't like anything great or anything like that. I like the opening match with Reigns and Wyatt. I like this stuff they kind of did with Woken Matt. I wouldn't have done it that way. I would have had Woken Matt cost Wyatt the match and stuff. I like the Raw Tag Team title match and kind of what they did with Jason Jordan. And how I still think they should use him even though he's still technically injured. And roles like that. Asuka versus Bayley was a good match. What else did I like on the show? There was something else I liked. Asuka versus Bayley was it? The segment between Kurt Angle and Alexa Bliss was pretty good. And then that main event match was pretty good. And then I can't really think of anything else. Miz versus Apollo Crews was pretty decent. So overall, I thought Raw was a pretty decent show. Really nothing like bad or anything. Just nothing really fantastic. So yeah, I'm going to read some comments, I guess, because why not? This is going to be the last video I'm doing because I'm tired. I want to go to bed. It's 1 in the morning, and I have to get up to do some tutoring tomorrow. So, all right. So I'm gonna end the video off. Wow, I'm getting some viewers now, so it's cool. All right, so I'm just gonna end the video off. Thank you guys for watching. Please make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and do all that stuff. And that's pretty much it, guys. Talk to you later.